to druhá trojka v zápase. Znova sa nám to rozbíja, krásny smeč Nesbita, tak to bola nádhera. Tomahawk.
Yeah, thank you for hopping on this call. I just want to, ask you about this whole experience with you. I know you were in Spain no, you weren't in Spain this time. You were in Russia, right?
Slovakia.
Yeah. Like, how was that? Like, well, first, how was the season for you? And then we can talk about, like, the transition coming back.
Oh, so to start the season was up and down. We had a lot of injuries, but at the end we started to play well. But for me individually, I think it was for sure my best year out of my 5 years. Because I got MVP this year, so
yeah,
that was a big accomplishment. Because I was not even expecting it. Like I knew I had a good year,
right?
But waking up to that, like that's a great feeling.
Right, and that was your first season there, right?
Yeah, first. And it was so cold. But I lived in the mountains, so it snowed like every other day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how was that going from Spain, like when it's hot all the time?
That's exactly that's hard getting used to. Like warm weather all the time or most of the year, and then going to somewhere where it's cold and every day people kept saying like just wait till the winter comes, and I'm like it's already cold, like
right.
Then like every day I walk out like my back door, like snow, like step into snow all the way up to your knees or something. So
dang.
Yeah, definitely.
Congrats on another good season, because I saw you killed in Spain too. But yeah, so like, how was that? I know y'all season just kind of ended out of nowhere, and then how was it coming back to the States?
So to start, we played our last game when the Corona talk started, hyping up a little bit,
right?
And then we had practice, and then next thing you know, it just stopped, and because the talks, and then like we're bordered around, was it Poland, Austria, and Czech Republic. Okay. And like all those shut down, like the league stopped. So, I think we were like after them, because in Slovakia it was like low cases. Even till now, I think they reported like 2 cases or something. Okay. But yeah, we're just sitting. I was just sitting in my room, just on FaceTime with my teammates, just like, okay, what are we doing? I see Americans going home.
Yeah.
And then we got a call, said the season's over, and from there we had like, I think like 2 days, and then right home.
Gone. So how was that at the airport? Was it crazy? Was it a lot of people or not really?
I think, we left maybe 2 days after most of the Americans and everyone was flying. So when we started flying, it wasn't, I know as soon as we got to the airport, all you hear out loud over like the intercom is, please stay 6 feet away from the next person.
Okay.
And stuff like that. But I flew from Vienna, Austria to London. It was really no one on that flight. But when I got to London airport, it was so packed, and it was impossible to really keep your distance from anybody. And then getting on that flight was a full flight. So that was tough. And then getting back to America, seeing that everything was closing, and it was unreal, because it's, haven't been nothing like this before.
Right. So that's interesting. Man, there was a lot of people coming back. Do you think that's why the numbers are so high here in the States? Like, why do you think other countries are, kind of have it under control? I know Italy was a little high, but now we're like leading and everything. Like, why do you think that is?
That's tough to say. I really think, most of it has to do with everyone, I think, flying from Europe to America. And then once that happens, everyone just goes their separate ways, and it just works. And I think, that's got to be what it is to me.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. Like, I think it's weird now. I just feel like there's no real answer, because now they're saying you can get it from talking. Like, and it's like, this is just a bad virus. Like, I don't even.
That's what I would say. Like, I see like 10 different experts, and they all say 10 different things. So it's like, who do you believe? Nobody really knows, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah. So you had to self-quarantine for like 14 days. Like, how was that?
Yeah, I know. Like, as soon as I got off the plane, they said, they take your temperature and they're like, please, they had to sign a paper or something. Okay. And they give you some paper just in case if you have a call for if your fever goes up any of those days, you have to call this number. And they was like, please quarantine for 2 weeks. And but I can't even say I've been quarantined for 2 weeks. It's been like 2 months because I haven't went anywhere really. I just started leaving like 3 days ago. I think as soon as I got home, I think I went to the grocery store and got like a month worth of food and everything. So, but it's been different, like not playing basketball, just everything closed. It's really like never any traffic. That's the best part. No traffic.
True. Very true. I agree. Yeah, same. I only been to the grocery store, but I try not to leave now. Like, I try to order online, Uber Eats sometimes, but
exactly. Like I done went and bought every board game. I done bought frisbee, a ping pong table, everything you can think of to stay in the house. So
right. Yeah, no, I feel that. So like, what are your thoughts? Like, I know, being a pro athlete, it's like that's, overseas, that's like your job, So like, what, like, I don't know, what are your plans, or is it just like, wait it out, hopefully this ends soon, like, what?
That's the hardest part because it's you don't know, nobody knows, and and then again, you always want to stay prepared. And I was watching your video when you was talking to Jenny.
Yeah.
And you talking like staying motivated. We're athletes, so you want to stay motivated, but it's like, for what if nothing's gonna happen? Like, because we don't know how long it's gonna last. But it's been very tough, very tough.
Yeah.
I think I just been thinking about. So it's funny. So just playing basketball every year, having the same routine. I had a plan B that I started working on, like getting my own business and everything. Yeah. But I never was 100% into it. But now that this is here, it's allowed me to be 100%. I was like, man, I should have been doing this. Like,
yeah.
But I think that's a good thing in a way for us basketball players. It helps us see what else.
Yeah. Right. No, I totally agree. Like, it's a lot of good things we can like look at this, instead of like, dang, like just cut off everything. But it is cool. You can like do something else while you're waiting. So
for sure, because I can complain for days, but I'm not going to. I could, I'd rather not. So
right. Nah, I feel you. So like, yeah, the whole working out thing. I was talking to Jenny. Like, that's been like really hard in the beginning, especially for me. But like, how's it been for you? Like, have you found a routine, or is it still like, I'm trying?
I change every day.
Okay.
So one day I'll wake up early, like 7, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a leg workout in the morning, get a breakfast or whatever, and then later do like some ball handling and just a push-up ab workout.
Right.
And okay, after that I feel good, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this every day. The next day I don't wake up till 11, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just skip this workout. So like I said, it's hard because at the end of the day, you can never. I don't have a gym to go to, so just working out. And like I said, I just started leaving the house to like go work out in a field and run like a track like 2 days ago. So that's been cool. What about you? How are you doing that?
Yeah, so I kind of like have an accountability buddy. I actually been working out with one of my like mentees that I'm like kind of like coaching. So we'll work out every Friday. We're like working out through the Zoom, doing ball handling, stuff like that. So
good idea.
Yeah, like working with somebody else forces me to do it. Otherwise, it's
very true. Yeah, like that's very true. I think I might have to add that because because it's tough. So
So, last question. What are your other thoughts that you just have about this whole situation, or anything really like sports? Just just talking. I know you see my like stuff, so some of my conversations are random. So, anything you just want to talk about?
It's just so much. It's funny. It's crazy to see how much sports mean to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like right now we're really at, like I said, it's just so hard to say anything because as we can see, nobody knows anything.
Right.
So you have so many people out of work, and
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. But are you gonna watch the Michael Jordan documentary tomorrow?
Yep. Yeah.
And it's crazy because I see that like that's it's gonna be the most watched documentary ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because he's the greatest.
Right.
It's because it's nothing else to watch.
Everybody's home.
Right. So it's set up perfect for him to look like, to make it look even better. But yeah, like, I don't know. But I mean, I see states are starting to, ease up on some, because I think yesterday some movie theaters and stuff like that started to open.
Yeah.
And what state are you in?
I'm in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah.
And how is it up there? Like,
it's actually hitting my place pretty hard. Which is actually very interesting. I don't know why, but because we're right near DC and everything's super quiet, but people are still out on the road. I was talking to a friend about this, and she was like, I don't know why people are still like, she's like, I go on the road. People are on the highway. Like, why? I don't know. It's weird. So.
And and I see people protesting now too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like if you had to guess of when you think, not let's say Corona is just over with, but when the country will be open, and when you think, if you had to guess?
If I had to guess, I would say September.
September. Ooh.
I think they're trying to reopen, but I think that is the dumbest thing we can do right now.
Yeah, it's too risky.
It's way too risky. Health wise, it's bad.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've seen, but a Detroit Pistons NBA player is from France. They say he flew to France yesterday or the day before yesterday.
I didn't see that.
And I seen like a reporter saying like they're investigating it, seeing if he's like they're gonna try to find him or something like that.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know flights could go from here to over there right now.
Right.
So,
everything was kind of shut down, but.
Right. But
yeah.
I hope we get it together. We need to. We need to.
Yeah, I know it's killing all the ball players right now for sure.
Exactly, because like even if we're not playing, we're doing something else that's involved with it. As far as like if we're like, let's say we're home. Like when I'm home, I usually do camps or training or anything that's in that area or help hosting tournaments.
Right.
So that cuts out my plan B, C, and D right now. So it's like, wow.
That's true. Right. You can't even like, because camps are like that's really the side money while you wait to go back. I feel you, man.
People don't understand like the camps go a long way. But yeah, so just been taking it one day at a time. I try not to look at that. Like at first, with nothing to really do besides work out, eat, and watch Netflix and talk on the phone, I look forward to waking up, checking like what's going on, like what Trump done said or what. Like, but now I'm trying to like stay away from it because now it's like getting to where I'm thinking about it too much. So